everybody. We are here with Mr. Luke Bilyk. He is in a new film that just came out called Kicking Blood. It is in theaters and it's from XYZ Films. And Mr. Luke, how's it going today?
Going very well. About yourself?
I'm well. I'm well. Can you tell us a little bit about Kicking Blood? What it's about and the character that you play?
Yeah. I play a character named Robbie, who is a kind of down on his lucks, um, struggling alcoholic who is contemplating suicide, and he comes into contact and relation with a centuries-old vampire named Anna, who is on her own kind of journey of self-discovery and also kind of fed up with the life she's living. And I think there's a beautiful kind of parallel between the two of these two characters who are on kind of opposite journeys of one is on the journey of life and one is on the journey almost downwards of death. And they meet at this very interesting crossroads, which honestly, upon my first reading of the script, it was not the movie that I thought it was going to be. And I think a lot of people are going to be surprised when they find just how, multi-layered and dimensional this film really is. It's not just a vampire film.
Hmm. What is it that connected you in particular with the character you were
Mm.
playing, Robbie?
Yeah, I think every actor's dream is to have characters that are well-rounded and flushed and have a lot of external detail to kind of dig out. And this was Robbie, and I think Alana's character Anna has the same kind of thing where it's not just one dimension where he's not just trying to get clean. There's so many different layers to him, and I think that within the research of just alcoholism and struggling and mental disorders, that I think it just gives you as myself as the actor, the opportunity to just read books and read and verse myself in knowledge that I don't struggle with alcoholism, and I was able to read books on these types of people and understand the mental struggle that they go with. Actually, I had so many books that my family actually thought I had an alcohol problem. There's like all these like Alcoholic Anonymous books, how to deal with alcoholism. My sister's like, "Do we need to talk to you or something?" I'm like, "No, I'm an actor. You guys are forgetting I'm acting for the movie."
What? Okay, when you were doing your research as far as alcoholism and
Mhm.
those types of struggles, what really kind of struck you and resonated with you,
Yeah,
personally?
yeah. There's a lot of things that struck me. There was two things. Is one, which again they parallel so well in the script between Anna's character and character played by Vanessa, which wait, is her name actually? Now I'm tripping out here. But there's two things: is that one is the support group of the people that you have around you can
Vanessa, I
either.
think, plays Vanessa.
Okay, there we go. I was like, am I going crazy? Because their names are spelled differently. I was like, is it? Am I going nuts? Okay,
They're
Vanessa
so
and
different, Luke. I don't know what. No, I'm kidding.
how could I mess that one up? Come on. It's the support group that you have around you on both the positive side and the negative side. Anna really just plays into the positive aspect, and that you can have one person around you that can help pull you out of the dirt and help pull you back to reality. A lot of people don't have that. And two, it's the negative person, is the person who's willing you to drink, whether it's by pure negativity or if it's just lifestyle. And then I think the ultimate thing was just really reading how much it has to do with the mind itself and the neural pathways that are either inhibited or neglected when you drink. And it's so much more than just I like to drink and you like the feeling of drinking. Your mind wills you with the chemical compounds that are released, whether it's when you are drinking or before drinking. There's so much in the mind that goes on with addiction that I don't think we really talk about. It's, you think you have an alcohol problem, don't go out and drink with your friends on a Friday night. It's like, yeah, but there's compounds being released and chemicals being released in my brain that don't allow me to be happy anymore. That was one thing that just really blew me away.
That's fascinating.
Mm.
This film in particular kind of blends a lot of genres,
Hmm.
horror and romance being two of them. Ultimately, what is this movie? Is it horror or is it romance?
Well, I think life is a little bit of both, is it not? There's, the yin to the yang. I think that you find the romance, you find portions of comedy. I think this is one thing that me and the director Blaine Thurier were talking about is sometimes the people who are the most down and the most out of their luck still find that humor in life. And within humor, there's love. So it's hard. It's hard. It's a little bit of both. I think there's moments for people who don't like love films that they're gonna have that other aspect. There's moments people are like, oh, I'll watch a vampire movie. I'm not crazy about vampires, so they have that other aspect. It is a very clean split. I feel like it's a movie about emotions, and it's a movie about human complications, human trial in life, set to vampire themes.
As one would set the film.
Yes, of course.
You mentioned Blaine, the director, and he also
Mhm.
co-wrote. Can you talk
Yes.
about your experience working with him and maybe what stood out as from him as a director or filmmaker?
Yeah, Blaine was incredible to work with. I think there was one special thing that he does is that he allows the actors to freely give what we've prepared without too much tweaking, but then also knows exactly when to push those buttons and when to give notes. You know, it's their job to create the final vision, and we are. I think it's a quote from Ben Kingsley working on the Schindler's List is, you know, I'm a tool and you are the carpenter. So I'm at your disposal. You tweak me and turn me in any way that you want me to. And he does that with grace, and he does that without making you feel like we're getting our toes stepped on. Because, you know, in this movie, both me and Alana, we have a lot of emotional, heavy stuff that we're dealing with. So it's a long process, but he does it with grace. Yeah, he was incredible to work with.
Your your career's kind of headed in the right direction here. So is there a wish list maybe of people that you'd want to work with?
Ooh, I gotta say, obviously, the obvious Leonardo DiCaprio, as that one's always coming. But I think, you know, I've got a real drive to work with Christoph Waltz. I just think that his trueness on screen just shines through in every character. But there's Adam McKay's a great, you know, director producer. I think his content is just always true. There's lots of I got a long wish list that you know. Well, those are
Well,
two to just start.
well, okay. So I suppose my last question here is okay. So, Kicking Blood is about kind of addiction, overcoming addiction for the sake of love, essentially. But
Mm.
you happen to have any guilty pleasures you need to kick? Okay, for instance, I love watching Judge Judy tell people off.
That's a good one, though. That's a good one.
So, what are some of your crazy guilty pleasures that you would give up in the name of
Mm.
love?
Oh, okay. This is actually a partial, like a real one. I, for some sick reason, like to watch. Like I don't like to watch it, but if they're on, I won't turn them away. Is like, you know, on Instagram, it's like accident videos or like people like just eating it on a bicycle or like, you
Fail
know,
videos, yeah.
fail, but like where like people get it's like hurt enough where you know they're getting up and walking away, but the wipeout was intense. My fiance hates them, and you know what? I don't watch them around her, so I've already done that.
Well, my ex used to hate that, and you can surmise how that went. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I also it's horrible. I love looking at the videos of like kids eating it.
Just
Um,
eating a snowball to
Hilarious
the face and
because
just boom.
they're fine. It's not
Yes.
like it's just like oh anyway. So yeah, so excellent. How has the reception for Kicking Blood been so far?
Yeah, it's been great. I think, you know, one thing that we were it's interesting as when you're making a movie, you really don't know what you're making
Hmm.
until you see it on the screen. You have the idea, you have the vision, but you're purely trusting the cinematographer, the director, and the producers and the editors to make it what you feel it is. And honestly, my own personal review, I was shocked and so pleased. And I think a lot of people have had that same reaction of like, not what I was expecting, but great. Like,
Hmm.
not the traditional vampire film that you're expecting. There's, you know, a bunch of tropes that we kind of just chucked out the window, you know, shining skin, all this other stuff. But the reviews have been great from, you know, a lot of family friends. They might be biased towards me, but you know, they're liking it, so it's good.
It was interesting to kind of mix in the notion that a vampire could become human again.
Mhm,
I don't know that I've
mhm.
ever seen that.
Yeah, yeah, which was nice to play with.
Yeah, so interesting. Well,
Yeah.
very good. Listen, I'm wishing you the best of luck on Kicking Blood
Thank you.
and your career. Please come back and talk with us about your next release. Make it horror, please,
I
obviously.
love it.
But yeah, take care, sir, and good luck on this release, Kicking Blood.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Have a good one.